Hello, Public Welfare Foundation. Hi, everyone. I'm here to speak with you a little bit about the Foundation's Flexible Spending Account Plan. So as you may know, the Flexible Spending Account Plan year runs from May 1 to April 30th of each year. So of course, we're up for renewal quite soon on May 1st. And I'm here to deliver this video message to tell you a little bit about an exciting change to the Flexible Spending Account. So due to a change in IRS regulations, the Foundation was able to adopt an amendment which will allow now for participants to roll over up to $500 in unused plan funds from one plan year to the next. So of course this is exciting news because it significantly reduces the risk of losing or forfeiting money when you participate in the Flexible Spending Account Plan. So in order to adopt that provision, we had to make a couple of changes to the plan year structure. So I'm here to speak a little bit about the upcoming changes to the plan year structure, as well as specify some things on the carryover. Two key points I want to make on the carryover are that number one, the up to $500 carryover will apply only to medical out-of-pocket expenses, not to dependent daycare expenses. And number two, that the carryover does not affect annual election limits. So the medical out-of-pocket annual election still remains at $2,500 per year, and the dependent daycare annual election still remains at $5,000 per each year. So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the change in plan structure that was required in order to adopt this amendment. And as you may see on the one-page sheet that this video link was in, we have two spectrums, one that's a little bit longer and one that's a little bit shorter. So I'm going to start with describing the spectrum that's a little bit longer, since this spectrum is the way that things previously worked, the way that you're used to seeing the plan year structured with the flexible spending account. So the salmon colored box begins with the 12-month plan year, which runs from May 1 to April 30th of each year, and that's straightforward. You can incur new expenses, being reimbursed for any new expenses during the 12-month plan year. Now the second phase is the grace period in the blue box, which is essentially an extension of the plan year. So the blue box ran from May 1 to July 15th. That was an extension of the 12-month plan year, another period during which you could incur new expenses or be reimbursed just the same as the plan year. Then the third phase, which followed the grace period, was the run-out period. The run-out period runs from July 16th to October 15th of each year. And the difference between the run-out period and the grace period is that the run-out period is the time during which you cannot incur any new expenses. However, you can still submit reimbursements for eligible expenses that were incurred during the 12-month plan year, plus that extended grace period. At the end of the run-out period, any unused expenses were forfeited or lost under the use or lose it provision. So that's the way that the previous structure of the plan year worked. And now if you'll look at the smaller spectrum, this explains how the plan year structure will be for the current plan year, which will be ending on April 30th, 2014, as well as the renewal plan year beginning on May 1, 2014. So as you can see, it's a little bit shorter, and we're now missing the blue box. So the main piece here is that the Foundation was required to eliminate its grace period in order to allow for the adoption of the rollover provision. So we'll still have the same 12-month plan year, May 1 to April 30th of each year. And now, since the grace period has been eliminated, the run-out period has moved up to assume its position and will now fall from May 1 to July 29th of each year. So about May 1 to the end of July is the time in which you can not incur any new expenses. However, you can still be reimbursed for eligible expenses that incurred during the 12-month plan year. And now immediately following the run-out period is when the carryover provision will take place. So it won't be until August 1 about that you'd see any carryover funds roll over into your new plan year. So Unused plan funds up to $500 will carry over or roll over at or around August 1, and anything in excess of $500 that remains unused will be forfeited. So the key takeaways here are that now, going forward, you only are eligible to incur expenses against the plan during the 12-month plan year. There's no grace period and no extension. Number two, since the grace period has been eliminated, the run-out period has moved up and now runs from May 1 to July 29th of each year. Number three, of course, is that you're now eligible to roll over up to $500 of funds from one plan year to the next, but the key piece is that that rollover will not occur until August, after the end of the run-out period. So I hope that this helps clarify the carryover provision as well as the changes in the plan year structure. If for any reason there are questions that remain unanswered or anything you're unclear on, please feel free to come and contact me directly, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Also listed on this sheet is that the deadline for re-enrolling in the plan is April 11th, Friday, April 11th, and there are also instructions here for re-enrolling or enrolling for a first time if you're interested in the plan. Thank you. Bye.